So there's a point in John the Baptist's ministry where he sees Jesus. And when he sees Jesus, he says something interesting. He says, "This is the one who comes after me, whose sandal I'm not fit to untie." Now, I used to just gloss over that and say, oh, John the Baptist is just being humble, just saying Jesus is greater than me, I can't even touch his shoes, right? And that could be the only meaning. But the Bible's pretty specific about the words it uses, and they talk about untying a sandal somewhere else in Scripture, and I'm wondering if John the Baptist was referring to that. See, back in ancient Israel, the idea was if a husband and wife were to get married, but something were to happen to the husband, or the husband was not available, or whatever, a next closest of kin, typically a brother, would essentially take over the care of the wife, right? So if a man were to pass away, typically his brother were to take care of his wife in his stead. It would be called like a kinsman redeemer. And there would be situations where the man's brother would not want to redeem the wife. And when he didn't redeem the wife, somebody else could choose to redeem the wife. If someone else decided to redeem the wife and be the kinsman redeemer, basically just take care of the wife, that's all that really means, is they would have to go to the original person who was supposed to do it, who was originally in line to do it, people expected to do it, and there would be a little ceremony where the man who was going to be the kinsman redeemer in place of the one who they expected to be the kinsman redeemer would take off the sandal and keep it of the man who was supposed to redeem his brother's wife. Now, I know that story kind of sounds weird, we don't really do stuff like that, but essentially, I would argue that John the Baptist used that phrasing about untying the sandal because he was referring to this. People kept thinking he was going to be the one who was going to redeem Israel. He was going to be the one that was going to take care of the sins and all that stuff. But he kept saying, no, there's one greater than I must become less so he can become greater. No, there's one who's coming after. No, look, this is the Lamb, who takes away the sin of the world. There's a lot of phrasing that God uses to speak through John to talk about Jesus being the one who's going to redeem. So I wonder if this is just one of those many statements that John the Baptist used to explain who God is. And so they would have heard John the Baptist saying, I'm not fit to untie his sandal, meaning Jesus is not going to let you down. He is going to do the job that he was here for. I'm not worthy to untie his sandal and redeem you for him or in his place, because he's going to do it. He's going to do what he said he did, or what he says he's going to do. And so I just look at that verse and I wonder if that's part of the meaning of why John the Baptist said what he said.